Welcome to the Hyperpolyglot Activist, Learn Languages, Make a Difference. My name is Dr. Carlos Diebra Lopez, and today we're going to explain the difference between para and por. You ready? Let's get started. Let's begin with para. What are the uses of para? So we use para in Spanish for dirección, for directions. So for instance, if I say voy para la casa, it means I go towards home. I go home. So voy para la casa in order to express the direction in which I'm walking. We can also use it as a fecha límite, so to speak about deadlines. Esta tarea tienes que terminarla para el jueves, meaning you need to finish this task by Thursday. By Thursday. We also use para for objetivo and propósito, meaning goals and purposes. So, for instance, te lo explico para que lo aprendas. I explain it to you so that you learn it. ¿Para qué? So that. Para que lo aprendas. We also use para to speak of recipients, destinatarios. Yeah? So we can say, for instance, este regalo lo compré para ti. You know what that means? It means this gift, I bought it for you. Para ti, for you. You are the recipient of that. We also use para for comparisons, comparación. So for instance, para ser un estudiante de español básico, lo habla muy bien. Meaning, for a student of basic elementary Spanish, he speaks it really well. We also use it to discuss employment. So to say, trabajo para la Universidad de Nueva York. It means I work for New York University, meaning I am an employee of that university. And finally, to express opinion. So we can say, para mí, esta es la mejor universidad del mundo, meaning for me, in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best university in the world. So again, usos de para, dirección, direction, fecha límite, deadline, objetivo o propósito, objective or goal, purpose, destinatario, meaning recipient, comparación, comparison, empleo, employment, and opinion, opinión. Then we have collocations with para, meaning fixed expressions where para is a part of. So for instance, para siempre, forever. If we want to say forever in Spanish, we say para siempre. Para bien / mal, meaning for good or for worse. Para colmo, meaning on top of everything else. Or para variar. This para variar is tricky because it can mean one thing and its opposite at the same time, depending on context. So para variar can mean for a change. For instance, let's say I always buy chocolate ice cream, and one day I decide to buy vanilla ice cream. So I can say, today I decided to buy vanilla ice cream para variar, meaning for a change, in order to do something different. But para variar, if used ironically, can mean the opposite of what I just told you. It can mean as usual. For instance, say a person is always late. You can say, oh, today you're late again para variar, meaning as usual, meaning the opposite of for a change because that person is always late. So be careful with the para variar expression. And now let's analyze por, usos de por. We use por to express movement and location. For instance, me caí por las escaleras. This is where I fell. I fell as I was walking down the stairs or walking upstairs. Duración. Estuve practicando español por 2 horas, meaning I was practicing Spanish for 2 hours. So por is the equivalent of for plus the duration. Here, very important, we use por also to express razón or motivo, to express the reason why something happened, the cause. So, la odia por envidia. He or she hates her because of jealousy. Jealousy is the reason why she is hated. We also use por to express the objeto de una búsqueda, meaning that which we're looking for. For instance, un segundo, voy por mis lentes, meaning just a second, I'm going to look for my glasses. Medio vehicular, so the vehicle through which we do something. For instance, hablamos por teléfono, meaning we speak on the phone. That on is translated into Spanish as por. Sustitución, substitution, when we replace something for something else, we use por. For instance, cambié mi reloj por uno nuevo. I changed my watch for a new one. Unidad de medida, so measure unit. For instance, hago Duolingo 3 veces por día. I do Duolingo 3 times per day. You need to drink 3 cups per day. That per, we translate it into por in Spanish. And finally, when we have a sentence in the passive voice. So for instance, the new policy against COVID-19 was announced by the university. In order to preface that agent, the university, whereas in English we say by the university, in Spanish we will translate that by into por la universidad. Fue anunciada por la universidad. Consequently, as a result of this, por consiguiente. Por eso, due to this, for this reason, por eso. Por lo tanto, therefore, por lo tanto, therefore. Por lo menos, at least. Por lo menos, at least. Por casualidad, by chance. Por poco, by a little bit, not by much. Por poco. Por supuesto, of course. Por último, lastly. Por si acaso, just in case. Por fin, finally. Por lo general, generally. Por suerte, luckily. Por desgracia, unfortunately. Por más, por mucho que, no matter how much I try. Por más, por mucho que, no matter how much. For instance, por más que intento, no consigo entender el subjuntivo. No matter how hard I try, I cannot understand the subjunctive. Por una parte, on the one hand. Por otra parte, on the other hand. Por la mañana, in the morning. Por la tarde, in the afternoon. Por la noche, in the evening or at night. So knowing this, bearing all of this in mind, let's try to translate the following sentences into Spanish. Sentence number 1, I'm walking toward your place. Estoy caminando para tu casa. Right? Because we're expressing direction, dirección, para tu casa. Number 2, I talked to him on the phone. Now, here, on, as in on the phone, is expressing the medio vehicular, the vehicle by which the communication is taking place. Therefore, hablé con él por teléfono, por teléfono. Es el medio vehicular. Number 3, I walked by the gym. I walked by the gym. Pasé por el gimnasio. Pasé por el gimnasio. ¿Vale? Pasé por ahí. So I walked by the gym, but I didn't stay there. I just passed by. That is por el gimnasio. Number 4, I paid $5 for the books. Pagué $5 por los libros. Why? Because you're exchanging your $5 for the books. So it's an exchange you are performing. And in the case of replacements and exchanges, we use por. Number 5, I studied for 2 hours, meaning estudié por 2 horas. Why? Because we are expressing duration, duración, for 2 hours, por 2 horas. Number 6, they worked together for many years. exactly the same case. We're still expressing duration. Therefore, we're using por to translate for. Ellos o ellas trabajaron juntos durante muchos años o por muchos años. Number 7, write the essay by Monday. What are we doing here? We're establishing a deadline, a fecha límite, right? So escribe el ensayo para el lunes. Remember, when you are expressing fechas límite, you use para, right? Para for deadlines. Number 8, they worked for my mother. They worked for my mother. Here you are expressing employment. So, ellas, ellos, ellas trabajaron para mi madre. Just like in the sentence, I work for New York University. In those instances, we express employment with para. Number 9, this present is for you, for being awesome. So, first part of the sentence, we have a recipient, which is you. So, this present is for you. Este presente o este regalo es para ti. We express recipient with para ti. Now, for being awesome. Being awesome here is the razón or motivo, is the reason why this gift is being accorded to you. And so we use por in that case. So, este regalo es para ti por ser magnífico, increíble, genial, etc. And finally, sentence number 10, he pays 5 euros per hour. Remember the measurement unit? What do we use with that? We say, él paga 5 euros por hora. Por hora. Measurement unit, por. Paga 5 euros por hora. How many of these did you get right on the first guess? All of them? Oh, really? Okay, all right. So now we are in the perfect situation to proceed with this exercise. Now, I'm not going to give you the solution because I've already given you all the tools you need for you to figure out what the solution, what the right answer is for each of these sentences. So just do it as homework. And then if you have any questions, you're not sure about the answer, let me know in the comments down below and I'll make sure to help you out. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope the difference between para and por is clear by now. And as always, thanks for watching.